Hey guys, it's Ben. So today we will be going over the Rainbow Force Xerneas deck. So Rainbow Force, if you didn't know, for a fairy energy and a double colorless energy, it's 10 damage plus 30 more damage for each different type of Pokemon on your bench. So before Steam Siege was released, the Rainbow Force deck was okay, but it was never top tier. So with the introduction of Steam Siege, it has become phenomenal and, in my opinion, is one of the best decks in the standard format. So let's take a look. First off, we have 4 of the Rainbow Force Xerneas from Breakthrough, 1 Hawlucha from Steam Siege. It acts as an escape rope when you play it onto the bench, and it serves as the colorless type. A 1/1/9 of Pawniard and Bisharp from Steam Siege. It serves as the darkness and steel type for Rainbow Force, and for 1 colorless energy, it does 30 damage and 60 more damage if one of your Pokemon was knocked out by an opponent's attack during his or her last turn. So, really good. 1 Carbink from Fate's Collide, which basically means that your opponent can't discard fairy energy from Xerneas. 1/1 of Vulpix and Ninetales. Barrier Shine, each player can't play any stadium cards from his or her hand, so this basically means this is a stadium lock. So you play a Sky Field. After you play the Sky Field, you play the Ninetales, and then you won't have to worry about your opponent bumping the Sky Field. Next up is a 1/1 Joltik Galvantula line from Steam Siege. Serves as the electric and grass type. Galvantula with the double thread attack for 1 colorless energy. It does 30 damage to 2 of your opponent's benched Pokemon, and you apply weakness and resistance. So basically, if you have to, for 1 energy, this can 2-shot KO 2 Shaman EXs for 4 prizes. 1 Mew, pretty much you can use it as another Xerneas if you really have to, or use it to search your deck for Pokemon, and it serves as the psychic type. Next up is a 2/2 line of Remoraid and Octillery. Since this is a budget list, we don't run Volcanion EX. Plus, this allows us to have really good draw support. So, if you don't know, Abyssal Hand, once during your turn, you may draw until you have 5 cards in your hand. Amazing ability, serves as the water type. Now let's take a look at the trainer lineup. So we have 2 escape ropes in case one of the other Pokemon except Xerneas gets stuck in the active position. 1 Evosoda for accelerating some of the dual type evolutions or Octillery. 1 Level Ball, 2 Super Rod, 1 Town Map, 4 Ultra Ball, 2 versus Seeker, 2 Brigette to put more types on the bench to increase your damage, 2 Lysandre to bring up Shamans or weak EXs, 4 N, 1 Pokemon Ranger, 3 Sycamore, 4 Sky Field, 1 EXP Share, 2 Fighting Fury Belt, and rounding off the list we are running 4 double colorless energy and 7 fairy energy. So guys, without further ado, let's hop into a couple of matches on the Versus ladder. To go ahead and concede. Okay guys, let's hop into another match on the Versus ladder. Dark, Waters, Fairy, and Fire. Okay, we are calling the coin flip. We flip tails because I have horrible luck when it comes to flipping coins. I really need to practice that. Let's see who he will have go first. This deck does love to go first, so when we go second, it is not that good. So, we of course go second. Big surprise there, but this hand isn't too bad. We have 2 Xerneas, Remoraid, and Ultra Ball, Sycamore, and a Fairy Energy. So, My plan of attack at the moment is to put both of the Pokemon on the bench. That's 60 damage right there. Attach the Fairy Energy to my active Xerneas. And... oh. It looks like we're playing against a mirror match right now. So let's see how this mirror match works out. Okay, so I have my Carbink. He has his Carbink. He Ultra Ball, discarded an N and a Sycamore for a Shaman would probably be the best play, but he doesn't have Colorless type, so he Ultra Balled and went for a Pawniard. That's a respectable play, and Shaman's last card, set up for 6. He's having an amazing first turn. Double Colorless goes onto that Xerneas on the bench, another Xerneas goes into play. Sorry guys if I'm sniffling throughout this video, I have a cold at the moment. It's awful. And I think he's at an impasse at the moment. There you go. Goes into my turn. Throw double Colorless energy down. And we'll go ahead and Brigette for a Pawniard, Mew, and a Joltik. We'll go ahead and end our turn there. Next turn, we can go ahead and start taking KOs. So he's going to go ahead and Sycamore his hand, mainly because I don't think he wants to give me any sort of an advantage, so he will probably play that. Go ahead and toss the Fairy Energy onto Xerneas. Go and evolve that Remoraid into an Octillery. Hopefully. Okay, so we can't get that, so we'll just Escape Rope. I will go into my Mew, because I can sacrifice that, as I have a Super Rod in my deck. Okay. So now we're basically just waiting for the other player to make their play. Evosoda, most likely for... okay, his Sushi Master comes into play. I appreciate when you're on my side, Octillery. Abyssal Hand for 2. Level Ball. His Mew comes into play. Okay, he ends my hand down, which is kind of a problem. Okay, this isn't good. His Xerneas become Fighting Fury belted. Mew gets an EXP share. He is pretty much set right now, but so am I. I will go ahead and Lysandre up the fully charged Xerneas. You know what, I will go ahead and Ultra Ball, discarding the Sky Field and the Sycamore. I will go ahead and pull up Bisharp, and then evolve my Pawniard. Then I will Abyssal Hand for 3. See what I get. Okay, I get nothing. So I'll just attack, taking the KO on his Xerneas. EXP share will move a fairy energy down to his Mew. He will promote the Mew into the active position. Okay, so here his Vulpix comes into play. Bench, he Abyssal Hands for 3. He has a full bench at the moment, so there's not much he can do. Okay, he pulls out Sycamore, Ultra Balls, discarding 2 Fairy Energy, so at this point he has 2 Fairy Energy and double Colorless Energy in the discard pile. I think he's doing that just to thin out his hand. Okay, so second Octillery, Abyssal Hands again. If he plays a Sycamore, there's a good chance that he could deck himself out. Okay, so there he goes, takes the KO on that Xerneas. In hindsight, I probably should have promoted my Bisharp and just thrown a Fairy Energy on him. That is by far the safest play. But I didn't, so I will just Sycamore right there. Throw the Fighting Fury Belt on my benched Xerneas, pull my Xerneas and 2 Fairy Energy out of the discard pile, and go ahead and take the KO on that Mew with Rainbow Force. Okay. I get an Ultra Ball off of that. Not bad at all. He promotes his Xerneas. Okay, double Colorless Energy goes on. He will easily take the KO. He Sycamores his hand. He's down to 6 cards in his deck. He is running really low on cards. It's 290. That is extremely powerful. So we'll go ahead and promote that Bisharp. Go ahead and give him a Fairy Energy. Discard Pokemon Ranger in N for a Galvantula. Then I will Abyssal Hand for 2. And then retaliate for the KO on that Xerneas. So we'll go ahead and Ultra Ball. And then he will go ahead and Ultra Ball again. And then he will go ahead and Abyssal Hand for 3. He is down to 2 cards in his deck. So at this point, decking out is a big problem. So 2 double Colorless Energy goes back into his deck. He has 4 cards. He will go ahead and Lysandre AOR for the KO. I will go ahead and promote my Bisharp again. I will go ahead and use that Sudden Cyclone from the Hawlucha. Okay, he'll just send out his Vulpix. Which which will be a really easy target. And I will just go ahead and take the KO. Rainbow Force Xerneas comes into play. He sends up his Rainbow Force Xerneas. I just pulled one off the prizes, so we'll see how that goes. So my opponent is realizing that he is stuck. And I'll go ahead and retaliate. I won't take the KO, but next turn I will throw the double colorless energy on the Xerneas, Lysandre and the Shaman, and take the game. So I was able to pull ahead in the mirror match and just pull through. It wasn't a perfect game, but when are you ever going to get that? Okay, so my opponent just conceded there. I think he realized that he was just out of fumes. So yeah, that was a very good game. Once again, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you back here in the next video. Bye now.